Hello, my name is Giuseppe, and in this little video I'd like to show how to make this image that you're looking at what appears to be a red, blue, and yellow band, but actually they're solid circles and the curved text. We're working with Photoshop Elements 2023. This is pretty much possible in any of the earlier versions. To begin, let's start right out here with a fresh screen. We'll go to File and New and Blank File. I have one pre-made here, 10 inches by 10 inches square. The rest is really not too important, just so they're inches instead of pixels. So I'll change this to inches on both of these measurements. So we have 10 inches by 10 inches, makes a square and easier to find the center. So here we are with a blank screen. We'll do the Command or Control 0 to make it a little bigger so it appears a little larger. Under View, you see Rulers and Guides. I have Rulers checked, so you can obviously see the rulers on the top and left. The guides are concealed in the rulers, and I'm going to drag a guide from the top ruler down halfway to the 5-inch mark, and I'm going to do the same thing with the ruler that's on the left. Draw a guide over to the 5-inch mark, and where those lines cross, that indicates where our center is. Makes it easier, especially with circles, so they match up. Well, let's begin making our layers. We're actually going to start with red. We have that set already, and we're going to go to the Shape tool and choose the Ellipse tool. There are several after you choose the Shape tool that appear down here. It's the irregular shape one, the rectangle, the rounded corners rectangle, and so forth. The one we'll be using is this Ellipse tool. And down here on the bottom I have From Center checked. So that assures us that our object will begin from the center where I'm placing the crosshairs right now and going out, and it makes a nice even circle. And we've chosen red, so the circle is a solid red. Now to continue, we need to make a new layer above the red circle. To do that, we go over here in the Layers panel up to the top, this sheet with the folded corner, create a new layer. So we'll click on that. Now we have a new blank layer to work on, and this will affect the layer below it, as is the rule with layers. So it's like we're placing one item on top of the other. We're going to change the color here now and select blue, hit the OK. We have our Ellipse tool chosen, we have the new layer made. So on top of this red, we'll get in the crosshairs here and make another circle, but don't go quite as large as the red one was, and it's blue. So you can see it's not really just a red band, it's a full red circle, but a blue circle placed on top of it, as is indicated over here in the Layers panel. The blue above the red, the blue on top of the red. Helps us understand how layers work a little bit. Alright, our next color will be yellow, so we need a new layer again. So we've created this layer. Go over here to our color changer and select the color we want, yellow. Okay, we already have our Ellipse tool chosen, so we'll go to the center again and make another circle. This time it's a yellow circle. So again, over in the Layers panel, you can see the yellow is on top of the blue on top of the red, and the red on our plain blank background that we began with. So far we have those layers stacked on one another. Alright, we're going to go one more step. So we need another layer right there. Change our color, and we're going to make this one black. So we have our black circle to create right here, and we'll make it about like so. We have quite a variety of colors there now, but it helps to differentiate between the layers this way. So as you can see, the black ended up on top here again. It's on top of the yellow. So far, so good. Now, we had some text on that demonstration that we began with, so I'm going to go over here, and we want to put the text above the red, so I'll go to the layers, select the red layer, and then go to my type tool and go over here to the center. If you notice the cursor, when I'm on the red, it's like a kind of a strange looking eye. When I slowly go up to the white area, that cursor changes with a little squiggly line on it right there. You can see that line. I'll move it over to the line so that we start from the center. Click there, and we'll be typing in black. Well, as you can see, the text followed the curve. Now, the only thing we lack is the photo in here. So let's bring our photo in. Let's OK this text first. Go to Open and bring our photograph in. I always like to minimize my photo when I'm going to lay it over an image that I'm working on. It makes it easier that way to, when I'm ready for it, go down here to the photo bin and then just kind of left click and drag it up where I want it. When you do that, it automatically selects this move tool over here on the left, and it puts the bounding box around our photo so that we can grab a corner and enlarge the photo to the size we want. My purpose here now is to cover completely all the black. This process that we're involved right now with the photograph and the black is called a clipping mask. I think that's about the right size. I'm guessing that it's going to cover that black. Well, you don't have to guess. If we go over here to the layers panel way up to the top where opacity options are, you can either click on the little triangle and use the slider here, or you can double click on the percentage number and type that in, or you can do like I like to do. I left click on the word opacity and just slowly move it to the left. As you can see over on our image, you can start seeing through there. I'll leave it there temporarily, and now I can go over here and left click on the image and move it where I want to so that it's positioned exactly like I want it. And now we can return the opacity to 100% and click the green arrow to accept. And now the clipping mask process takes place. Over here, again on the layers panel, right click on the layer that has the photo in it, and just about a third of the way down here is the option Create Clipping Mask. We're going to click on that, and our photo will assume the shape of that black layer. So there we've placed the man and the mushroom in the center, in the hole, so to speak, on top of the yellow, which is on top of the blue, which is on top of the red, and the text going around the circle. As I said, this is Photoshop 2023, but practically any of the earlier versions will work fine. So there you go. That's a simple way to get into working with layers and kind of make some interesting designs along the way. My name is Giuseppe, and I hope this has been helpful. Thank you.